Buddy Ryan is one of the most fascinating people in NFL history. He brought a tough, entertaining, and extremely aggressive defensive style of football to whatever team he coached, and for those who were part of the opposition, Buddy Ryan was someone that could be easily hated on. Ryan was known for being the architect of the 1985 Bears, known for creating one of the best and intimidating defenses in Philadelphia, and known for punching the Oilers offensive coordinator while being the defensive coordinator in Houston. With that said, it can be easily forgotten that Buddy Ryan was once the coach of the Arizona Cardinals, as there were some moments that were quite interesting and vivid to me. 90 Sports and Nostalgia presents Strangest NFL Tenures, remembering Buddy Ryan with the 1994 and 1995 Arizona Cardinals. I started to watch the NFL in the late 80s, and during this time, the Cardinals and the Buccaneers were two of the worst franchises from my point of view. After the 1993 NFL season, Buddy Ryan was hired by the Arizona Cardinals to be the head coach and general manager. The brash and confident Ryan stated, "You've got a winner in town." Ryan brought in several type of his players that he coached before that included linebacker Seth Joyner, defensive end Clyde Simmons, safeties Andre Waters and Terry Hogue, linebacker Wilbur Marshall, and defensive end Keith McCants. There wasn't much to be excited about for Cardinals fans since the team moved west from St. Louis after the 1987 season, but there was so much buzz with Buddy Ryan in the desert. The 1994 season didn't start off too well as the team began 1-4, then found themselves at 3-6. But the Cards wound up winning 5 of their next 6 games, and this was quite surprising for me. Since I started watching football, I've never seen the Cardinals with a chance to make the playoffs this late in the season with one game left to go, which was great to see. However, things didn't go quite their way, as the teams that had to lose won, but also Arizona lost to Atlanta. The Cardinals finished the 1994 season with an 8-8 record, ranked 3rd in total yards allowed and 4th in points allowed. But their offense struggled with Jay Schrader and Steve Berline getting the majority of snaps at quarterback. Now, of course, with Buddy Ryan's style, there would be some optimism going into the next season, but it fell apart quickly. The defense shockingly gave up the most points in the league. The offense did improve with Dave Craig playing quarterback. The Arizona Cardinals finished with a 4-12 record, and there is quite an image of Buddy Ryan during the last game of the season that has always stuck with me. During the regular season finale, Monday night against Dallas, what I saw was comically shocking, and what happened at first is that I thought Buddy Ryan called timeout to make it easier to run off the field so he could avoid shaking hands with Cowboys coach Barry Switzer after a disastrous season. What happened was that Ryan mistakenly ran off the field, thinking the clock would tick down, not knowing that his Cards would call a timeout, as Ryan watched the last play in the tunnel as he refused to come out. Immediately after the loss, Ryan said injuries to key players had contributed to the team's poor showing this season, but nonetheless, Buddy Ryan was fired the next day, going 12-20 with the Cardinals. I hope one day there is a football life with Buddy Ryan, as there is a plentiful amount of fascinating material that could be inserted into this NFL documentary. But not a lot would probably be talked about Ryan's time with the Cards, as it was short. Just seeing the Cards in the hunt for a playoff spot for the first time in 1994 to such an entertaining exit after a rough season has always stuck in my mind. To simply put it, there was never anything boring with Buddy Ryan, even during his 2 short seasons in Arizona. Real quick, I just want to thank all those who have supported 90 Sports Nostalgia. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and check out the links below for Patreon and merch. Thank you so much. Strangest NFL Tenures. Buddy Ryan with the Arizona Cardinals in 1994 and 1995.